Hello, everyone. Welcome if you are new to the channel, and welcome back if you love me. Virgo, I don't know what the fuck is going on with y'all, but I was guided to go live specifically for you. Specifically for you. So I got one of my Moldavite insights going from Dreamer Apothecary. They smell like fucking heaven, by the way. And we're gonna get into Pineapple Charming so that you know if it's for you. We're gonna roll some AstroDice, cross watchers, flip it, switch it, take it how it resonates. I might be talking to you. You can be a Virgo sun, Virgo moon, Virgo rising. You could have Virgo Jupiter. You could have Virgo North Node, South Node, Virgo Venus. Okay, apply it to the planet and the house that it rules for you. Like I said, cross watchers, I could be talking to you. All right, we're going to start with Pineapple Charming. Now, for those of you who do not know what Pineapple Charming is. Hey, Rita, how you doing? Pineapple Charming is a synchronicity pineapple, okay, for your discernment. It is very easy to get addicted to tarot online, and it's not healthy, right? And people will try and make every reading they listen to fit. And I don't think every reading on YouTube, collective energy, is meant to be forced to fit. So there's over 1,000 charms in Pineapple Charming. And if one or more of the charms resonate with you, then there is likely something inside the message for you. Okay, it's meant for you in some way, whether it is the message in its entirety, or it's just one thing I say that when you hear it, it clicks and you're like, that's why I was guided to listen to this message. That's why Spirit pulled out that charm, right? So that's what Pineapple Charming is for. If you don't resonate to any of the charms, none of them make sense to you, then either hold space for the person who it is for. If it's a great reading, then welcome it and embody that energy, right? Claim it. So, you know what, Spirit, I would love to align with that energy. And or just use your discernment, period, right? Just use a discernment, period. So I gave Pineapple Charming a good shake off camera because he's loud. And we're going to see what comes out for this Virgo energy. No more? Okay. All right, so let's see what we got. Pinboard. Spirit, who is this for? We've got a frog in a bow tie. He's adorable. Maybe synchronistic for you. Okay. He's super cute. We've also got our Need More Space charm. So you may have expressed this recently, or someone who you're dealing with expressed this to you recently. Okay, the need for space. You really just might be feeling it in general, like you just want to be the fuck away from people. Okay, I need more space. It's also Aquarian energy. Okay, we also have Snowman. So you may have been building one of those lately, especially if you're up here in the northern hemisphere. It's winter time up here. We've also got, it's been a while since we've gotten this one, the sewing machine. It does say singer on it, so that may be synchronistic for some of you. We've got the moon card. So this may be very specific if you have a Virgo moon or are dealing with someone who does. Okay. If we got Aquarius, it might be an aqua moon as well. Okay. Oh, we've got one of our mood clouds. This is my has a lot to say to try and push you away type vibe. So you may be in that mood, right, between the need more space charm and this one. You may just be willing to say anything to get people the fuck away from you. You may also have people blowing hot air. Okay, that expression of blowing hot air. So, mood. We've also got our unicorn friend. Okay. As well as a crown. So queen, princess, king, right? Prince, anybody whose nickname might be one of those things. If you've been drinking Crown Royal, take the synchronicities, how they resonate. You might have a tattoo of it. I've also got our busy bee here. A cute little worker bee. And a key. Key always reminds me of Chiron. All right. Now we have 3 micro playing cards. I've got the 3 of diamonds, the 6 of spades, and the 8 of spades. So you may be involved in a soul contract with someone and really be wanting to move away from it, but be caught up in your head about it. Hey, Sandy, how are you doing? So yeah, the 3 of diamonds is the 3 of pentacles in tarot. Spades are swords, so 6 of swords, 8 of swords. You may be in the middle of a contract that you really want to let go of with someone and be in your head about it. Okay. Not exactly sure how to end the contract. And as far as zodiac sign beads, Virgo, we did get your sign. We also got Taurus. Okay, so strong earth energy. You may be really affected by the Jupiter and Uranus things going on in Taurus, okay, as they trine your sign. And to be fair, they're kind of at both extreme ends, so they're kind of like loosely in that orb of possibly quincunxing, possibly squaring your sign if you also have extreme Virgo placements, like first few degrees of Virgo or last few degrees of Virgo, right? Including cusps. So if you're like a Leo cusp Virgo or a Libra cusp Virgo, then you may actually be affected by this energy as well. Now, for the letters, don't get hung up on the colors, but they are color coded for people who do need it super, super specific. Okay, blue is for boys and pink is for girls. It doesn't matter to me what you resonate as long as it makes sense to you. White is yang, that's masculine dominant. Yin is black, it's feminine dominant. Okay, we've got E-F-E. We've got white E and then 2 pink E and F. All right, so F-A. All right, so you may be, these may be initials. They could definitely be an abbreviation of some kind. So masculine energy doesn't have to be male. It could be female. All right. But Eric, we have pink. We could be Erin, Edward, Eduardo. All right. Different names that begin with E. Erica, Elise, Elisa, right? Eliza. Ebony, With the F there, you could also be fern. I'm also, you know, I'm getting Anya like Francesca. Yeah. Yeah, Edward. It also spells the word fee, F-E-E. So you may be dealing with, I'm hearing karmic fees. So there's some kind of fee. It may be a soul fee, right? Something to do with the contract with that 3 of diamonds. There's a cost in order to complete the contract, which might be why there's that 8 of spades, right? 8 of swords kind of energy, stalling, not knowing exactly how to move on because it comes with a cost. Big or small, you know, if we're talking about Taurean energy, it might be a very real life, mundane cost. And with Jupiter and Uranus in there, it's probably a big fee. Probably a big fee. Piscean energy is also here with the moon card. So signs in the charms. Virgo, you are in the charms. We've got Taurus, we've got Aquarius, and we've got Pisces. Okay. Yeah, Frank, Frederick, Fran. Okay. AstroDice. Virgo, these could be your other placements. Cross Watcher, they could be your placements. If you're, you know, you're dealing with a Virgo, cross watching for a Virgo. It could also be things that are influencing your chart right now. So take the AstroDice as they resonate. We've got Cancer, South Node, 7th house, which would make a Capricorn rising. So if you're a Capricorn rising, if you've got a Capricorn North Node, 7th house Cancer placements. So, you know, depending on where you were born, you could also be like a Sag rising or something like that and still have Cancer in your 7th house. Definitely Cancer, Capricorn nodes. Now, the thing about South Node, right? South Node in Cancer in the house of partnerships, the 7th house. It's Libra's natural house. It co-rules with Taurus. It's Venusian energy. The 7th house does square Cancer's natal 4th house. It's how the home and what is required of and in the home affects partnerships. Okay. Where we split our partnership between our home life and our career, right? The 7th house squares the 4th and the 10th house. And it conflicts, right? Where we have to integrate ourself within the dynamic, right? The 1st house to the 7th house. I feel like if you've got a Cancer 7th house, then you really need to... South Node is about erasing. It's also about past lives. You may feel really guided to nurture people from past lives when you're in partnership with them, and really you need to focus on your 1st house, right? The best way to actually nurture your dynamic with someone else is to make sure that you are not losing sight of your earnability, right? Your ability to invest in yourself, whether that is working or just investing in yourself, spending money on yourself in general. Okay. And not going overboard with money as a love language, giving money to other people, because Libra is also a sign of luxury. So you put nurturance of Cancer in the 7th house, and you get someone whose love language is spending money on people and leaving nothing for themselves. So if that is a habit of yours in general, regardless of your placements, then that's a reminder to keep that energy in check. Do not forget that you're important and worth investing in, right? Like, for example, you could invest $5.99 in yourself and become a divine rebel diamond. here on the channel. So get lots of cool and exclusive content and a chance at personal readings on Sunday. Just saying. All right. So hopefully that makes some sense for you. Let's get into the message. Where am I starting, Spirit? Are we doing that? All right. We are starting with the Harrow and the hand-drawn cards. We're getting into it, yo. We're getting into it for Virgo. You may definitely also have like Virgo South Node or Virgo in the 7th house, right? You could flip it however. You may have a strong Cancer placement and have Virgo in one of those houses or that placement in Virgo. So you don't have to be a Virgo to be watching this. All right. You just definitely have Virgo placements. So insight, please. Okay. Use them too. Spirit, what is going on with Virgo? Hey, Kristen, how you doing? I love all y'all so much. What is going on with Virgo, please, Spirit, that you would guide me specifically for their energy? What is going on that Virgo needs to know in their highest good and the highest good of all involved with them? What insight is in their highest good to hear right now? I also just heard the name Elaine. L, like E-L-L-E. Ooh. All right, Spirit, let's be gentle. What else? Oh, I feel like there's more. Virgo, what the fuck is going on? What is going on? Bottom of the deck is the cricket. Yeah, I'm ready for the weekend too. You ain't kidding. And the sickness is back out. Virgo, this might be really important if you do have a Virgo South Node, because that would be the need to erase this energy. Which means you really do need to take the steps in order to heal yourself, right? Because this is majorly misaligned energy, whether it's you or someone else that you're dealing with. All right. All right. So the first card that flew out was the Idiot. The second was the Bear. And then the Eclipse came out reversed with the Courtesan and the Desert. So these are the cards I've got on the board right now. Yeah, they have been blunt lately. A little rough, but you know, Sag season. Mars is there. So trust me. No, I feel you. Okay. So I'm going to read for you the sickness. Now, it's been out for us all week, but if you're new, I'll read it for you. Okay, because this card has been, Spirit's been drumming it home. For real, for real. The sickness. These are D&D cards, by the way, if you're not familiar with Harrow. Yeah, man, this card, Spirit is not giving up. And thank Spirit for it. Like, Spirit's not giving up on whatever it is that we need to heal. So cheers, Spirit. It represents plague, pestilence, famine, and disease. It can also indicate corruption of the soul or a multitude of souls. Okay. It tends to represent disaster in general. So whoever you are dealing with, whether it is a single person or a group of people or your own dang self, this is misaligned energy, severely misaligned energy that leads to disaster. Okay. The low energy is contagious. It affects other people and brings their vibe down. Okay. The cricket. Which is the bottom of the deck, is neutral good. Right? The other one, the sickness was neutral evil. This is neutral good. It says the cricket is a grig, a creature whose mind is as quick as its body. It represents speed and passage, quick passage. Although the cricket is commonly associated with travel, the peach it sits by represents treasure at the end. If misaligned, the journey will go poorly and the treasure will be one that is lost rather than found. It's not misaligned. It's on the bottom of the deck. So misaligned would be if it flips up in reverse, right? So the cricket is about quick passage and travel, and a reminder that there is treasure at the end. The forge is underneath of that. Okay. So whatever is going on, if it's been a long road, I feel like it's wrapping up. If you've been in this sickness energy or dealing with sickness type energy in other people, I feel like that's going to rapidly start to heal up and clear out. Okay. And there's some kind of benefit for it. So if we're getting into the actual cards here, the Idiot being the first one. Okay. It's an intelligence card. It is neutral evil. The Idiot is a card of grave foolishness and greed. It can mean bribery, blackmail, or naivete so grand that it can see no evil. The goblins have captured a foolhardy man, representing the knowledge that loss of dignity can precede loss of life. All right. So, yeah. I love Cancer energy. Yeah, Felicia, exactly. Yeah, any E or F names. With the sickness coming out and this card being there, especially because they're both neutral evil, they're aligned with each other, right? You may have someone so fucking foolish and so fucking greedy that they don't even see that they're literally heading down a path towards their own demise. They don't even realize, right? It could be like someone is so greedy that they don't even, the person that they're taking from doesn't even realize they're being blackmailed, or doesn't even realize that the greedy person has something on them and they're being exploited for it, right? What's a real life example? All right, here's a real life example. Let's just say a couple is in a relationship, right? And maybe one partner is super fucking money hungry. They're in it for the money, right? They were always in it for the money. Their partner made good money and they've got kids, and their partner doesn't want to not see their kids or pay child support. And so the person who is super fucking greedy had their kids, and now the person is being exploited, right? They're being taken advantage of because they don't want to pay child support. And so in the meantime, they're just having their bank ripped apart, you know, all kinds of money, all kinds of expenses being with this person. So much so that honestly, child support might be cheaper, to be fair, right? But that would be like a real life example. Or someone who wants to get laid so bad, right? Here's another example. Maybe someone wants to get laid so bad that they're spending all kinds of money on gifts, spending all kinds of money on dates, spending all kinds of money or whatever. And their date is just racking up the good fortune, knowing they're never going to fucking sleep with this person. They're never going to get out of the friend zone. They're lucky they get a kiss on the cheek goodbye, right? It'd be something like that. Like this person, someone is greedy and going after the resources of someone else, and that someone else might not realize in their own foolery that they're getting completely robbed, right? That their energy is just being drained out. It can also, like it says, mean bribery, some kind of treachery, right? When it comes to that blackmail, being naive and not seeing the actual evil alignment in it. Like it's normal. This is what people do. This is what relationships are, right? This is what relationships are. I have what you need. You have something that I want, like, and so that's good. But people don't realize that's conditional love. Right? And it's not aligned with love. It's not aligned with good vibration. No one likes when someone is holding something else over the other, right? It could also be like someone holding the roof over someone else's head. Well, if you don't like my rules, you can get the fuck out, right? My house, my rules. I pay for the roof, right? That kind of thing, where someone is holding what they have over someone else, and that someone else wants what they have, and so they're dealing with it, right? And so there's this kind of mirroring in that kind of low vibration, which, you know, two people interacting in that vibration would have to have, right? They would have to have some kind of mirror there. It, again, representing the knowledge that loss of dignity precedes loss of life. Idiocy being disguised as, you know, like almost like a gift, like I'm giving you a gift, like this is a gift, you know, but yet they're doing it because they have a motive, right? Anybody in this kind of energy, the idiot energy, would be able to, well, I'm doing this because I'm nice. I'm doing this because I love you. I'm doing this because I care. And that's complete bullshit. They're doing it because they're getting something out of it. They're avoiding something that they don't want to happen, right? And we were talking about that with the micro playing cards that came out in the charms, right? The contract that you want to leave, right? You want to walk away from it, but you can't. And that would be why, right? That would be why people saying that, you know, they're doing something for good intention when really it's not good intention. It's greed, right? It's greed behind it, and foolishness. So no dignity, right? Complete loss of dignity. Now the second energy out here, you have Saturn in Virgo, 0 degrees. Woo! That's some energy. That's Saturn getting fired up in Virgo. All right, strength card. The bear is true neutral. Okay, so it's not evil and it's not good. It's just true neutral. The bear is pure strength. People often make the mistake of thinking the bear can be tamed or trained. When someone believes he has the bear under control, that person eventually learns the error of his ways. Brute force might be required here, but the consequences of its use might be severe. So the bear, right? Let's just say the idiot, with all of their quote unquote money, thinks that they can train the bear to behave, train the bear to be a better person, a better mother, a better whatever, right? A better fill in the blank partner, whatever, friend, coworker, doesn't matter. They think that they can actually manipulate the bear into submission. The bear does not change. So much so that if the idiot were to get frustrated and strike the bear, literally or metaphorically speaking, the bear, it would be a terrible reaction. Terrible reaction. You might get mauled by the bear, right? Literally or metaphorically speaking. So someone thinks that they could literally tame or train the bear to be more of what they want, right? They want the bear to be trained. Big mistake. You cannot train the bear. Okay. So we've got someone who literally thinks that they could train the bear, and the bear doesn't do fucking tricks, right? The bear is the bear, and they will always be the bear, and they're not going to do fucking tricks, right? Big mistake. As soon as they think they have the bear under control, I think that they're going to learn just how much they don't have the bear under control, because the bear is going to make it known that they cannot be controlled. Oh, you think this is cute that I've been listening for a couple days? You think it's cute that I've been doing exactly what you want for a couple days? Have you been doing what I want? Have you been coming through for me? You think I'm just going to be a good little bear? Bear reminds them who the fuck they are, right? And the person's like, fuck, they haven't changed. No, right? They could be a super protective mama bear. They could be super protective of what they're using the idiot for. Okay? They could be super protective of what they're using the idiot for. Like, oh, you think you can hold something over me? You think you can hold that over me? The bear? Big mistake, right? Big mistake. Now, the eclipse with the courtesan in the desert, those three cards came out together, and the eclipse is in reverse. And that's where we're going to start. We're going to start there. The eclipse is a wisdom card. It is misaligned. So if misaligned, it can augur an unheralded ability coming to the fore or a concealed location revealed. In the upright, it represents self-doubt and loss of purpose. The card afflicts those with faith in the divine, as their talents can wane under the stress. It can also indicate a loss of way or path. So being in the reverse, this is a finding of the way, right? This is someone who has lost faith in the divine, finding faith in the divine, right? Someone who is in a state of self-doubt or loss of purpose, coming out of that self-doubt or coming to find their purpose, right? Something that has been concealed or hidden being revealed, right? Someone connecting to something or someone that is meant to be on their path, right? This is someone who lost their way that is now finding their way. The courtesan is a chaotic neutral energy. Courtesan is the card of political intrigue. Her mask embodies the social niceties that must be followed. If it slips, negotiations can take unexpected turns. The card can also indicate a woman of power who shapes events. How she's treated decides the outcome of the situation. Okay. So man or woman, it doesn't matter. You could take it how it resonates. But this is someone who is either outside the situation with the bear and the idiot, because I do believe that those two are in their reality together. The courtesan can represent what one of these two is coming to the realization of, and they're putting on niceties for another person, and how they're treated determines how the day goes type thing, right? Someone you walk on eggshells with. Or it is quite simply someone else outside of that dynamic altogether, and how they're treated can shape the events, right? They have the power to shape the events. So it is literally either a circumstance that they're dealing with or an outside energy. And then we get the desert. It comes out with the desert. So the desert is chaotic good. It represents an environment so bleak that no one can survive it without aid. For those who find that aid, the journey across the wastes can lead to great things. If it's misaligned, it implies the subject cannot rely on the help of others and will surely be lost. Okay, and it's not misaligned; it's upright. So it represents aid, right, in a very bleak environment that no one can survive without it. So if this is an outside energy, right, if this is an outside force who represents the way, right, that the idiot would either be moving towards this person or the bear would be moving towards this person, right? Whoever the courtesan is with the desert card represents help and aid through a very difficult process, right? This is the pathway out of quote unquote trouble, the pathway out of fucked up karma, right? The pathway out of karmic contracts. But you better cross your T's and dot your I's and be exceptionally nice to this person. This is not someone that you could just fuck with, right? They'll put on a happy face. They'll put on a social nicety for you. They'll be respectful. They'll be civil. But if you spite them, they can give two fucks about you, right? This is the kind of person whose mask underneath can be as hellish as it can be angelic, right? So if you fuck over the courtesan in the process, the courtesan will let you get lost in the desert. Right. If you flip the courtesan into misalignment, right? If you flip them into misalignment, you can be lost in the desert. They'll send you right back to your bullshit dynamic, right? Idiot and bear, and say, go home. This was the path and you just lost it. It's not my problem, right? The courtesan is kind of like an interesting gatekeeper from karma to dharma, so to speak. So let's get a little more insight. These are my hand-drawn cards into each of these energies. All right. Spirit, please. What insight, what further insight can you give us into the energy represented by the idiot? Yo, if you resonate as that energy or know who it is, like Spirit is straight up telling you, like, you're being fucking stupid. And they don't see it, right? They don't see it. They think they're being clever. They think they're being whatever. But training a bear, like, come on now. They look like an idiot. They look like a fool, thinking they could actually fix. And it's like they're trying to fix somebody. They're like, you have problems, you have issues, you have scars, you have wounds, you have this, you have that. Let me fix you. And the bear's like, fuck off. I am who I am. I'm not going to change. Life has shaped me and turned me into the bear. Rawr. Like, try and fucking change me again, you dumb fuck. Like, I'm not fixable, right? The bear's like, I'm not fixable. I don't want to be fixed. The idiot's like, but I could fix you. I can make you better. I can make you a normal person. Bear said, fuck you, right? Bear's like, fuck you, normal my ass. I'll never be normal, right? I'll never be healed. I'll never be fixed. I'll never be that perfect wife. I'll never be that perfect mother. I'll never be that perfect friend. I'll never be that perfect employee, right? I'll never be that perfect person. I'm wounded as fuck and I'm going to stay that way, right? The bear is like, I'm going to stay that way. I'm not changing. I'm not changing. If you think you can change me, you think you can fix me, you think you can mold me, you're fucking stupid, right? The conversation between the idiot and the bear. Idiot is trying really hard to change, fix, mold, shift, elevate, heal the bear. And the bear's like, fuck you. All right. Yo. The idiot came out with the key We were talking about Chiron earlier. It came out in the charms, the angel, and the pedestal in reverse. So they're in the middle of their Chiron wounds. Okay. Their Chiron wounds are getting nailed. And or they're trying to heal the Chiron wound in someone else. But I feel like with this, they're martyring themselves, right? The angel that martyrs, they're in their high empath energy. Not realizing that empaths can be very low aligned when, especially when they're aligned with like narcissists or sociopaths or things like that, right? Because the bear doesn't give a fuck, right? The bear doesn't give a fuck. The bear is using the idiot for whatever they're using the idiot for. The idiot's not on the pedestal. That's the problem. The idiot is not being put on a pedestal at all. They're not being valued at all. They're in this angelic energy with this person. They're like, I hold the key, right? I hold the key. All you need to do is listen to me. All you need to do is what I'm saying. And you can open the door to a beautiful life. You just have to change. You just have to change. If you want this beautiful life, it could be beautiful. It could be peaceful. We could be happy and live happily ever after. Bear's like, who are you talking to? Who are you? What happily ever after? This is happily ever after, sweetie. Like, I'm what you wanted, right? Because I bet your ass the bear is on the pedestal. If they're being treated like this, the bear is on the pedestal. Idiots trying to do everything they fucking can to save the bear. Heal the bear. Help the bear. The bear is on the pedestal, but the idiot's not. They're probably an earth angel to the bear. But the bear doesn't want it. They don't want to heal. They'll take all the kindness of the angel, right? The idiot. But they're not going to value them. They're not going to be like, oh my God, if I don't change, you're going to leave me? No, because the idiot ain't fucking going nowhere. The idiot is determined to heal the bear, to fix the bear. Idiot ain't fucking going anywhere. So the bear is just exploiting the shit out of them. What's going on with the bear? Insight into the bear. Insight into the bear, please, Spirit. Alchemy set showed itself and went back in. So they're definitely shifting. They're definitely shifting the idiot, though. The idiot might not be changing the bear, but they're changing the idiot. Mirror. Bear is the mirror. The bear is reflecting back to the idiot their inability to change. South node, right? Came out on the dice. Cancer energy. 7th house energy. This could be a partnership where there's definitely children involved. It's past life lessons. The bear is literally reflecting back to the idiot their own inability and stubbornness to heal. The bear is only present as long as the idiot refuses to heal themselves and continues to focus on the bear. Because the more the idiot is focused on the bear and the bear healing, they're not focused on their own healing. Yeah. They wear the fucking crown. They are the darkness before the dawn. We've got the nightingale with the crown and the red thread. That's the past life connection, right? They are the fucking crown, right? They wear the crown. It's all about them. They're hanging the angel on the cross. The angel's got to cut them off because they're literally living in a fucking dream state, an illusion. It's not real. Like the mushroom. They've got to cut off this. It's like a bad trip. The idiot doesn't even realize they're in the middle of this mirror with the bear, and it's like a bad trip. They're literally dealing with themselves, the shadow of themselves that they refuse to heal, right? If this person is an angel in the bear's life and the bear is a mirror, right? They probably had someone just like them, the angel, the key, right? Who wasn't being put on the pedestal that they deserved in their reality and lost it, which is why they got the bear in their mirror now. The comment's back on top. The idiot probably had an earth angel in their life who was not valued, right? Who was not valued and put on the pedestal that they deserved to be on. Lost it. And now the universe, because Spirit's fucking brilliant, aligned them with the bear. So that the bear could show them how fucking awful they were. See how awful it is to deal with someone who refuses to change, who refuses to heal, who refuses to grow, who refuses to reciprocate that angelic energy. Don't you see in the mirror, right, to the idiot, don't you see you're capable of this? Don't you see that you're capable? You're not incapable of being like this. You were being like this. Thinking I can't be that angel, but you can. You can be it 100%. You're being it for the wrong person, though. You should have been that for the angel that you lost. Otherwise, you wouldn't be in this fucking mirror right now. This is literally like a bad trip. It's like a bad trip. What's going on with any other insight into the eclipse with the courtesan in the desert? The comet. I'm shuffling the fucking comet. The fucking comet. Yeah, they've got to honor it. It's the sun. Oh my God, this is the light. They got to honor their light. If the idiot wants to get back in alignment with the courtesan, it's going to take some serious social niceties. It's a narrow path they're walking, right? Like tightrope type shit that can get them out of the mirror with the bear. But they got to be valued, right? They have to be honored for the light that they are. That symbol right here is integrity. They've got to be honored for the light that they are. Because this idiot, whoever the fuck they are, is suffering. Suffering, being used and abused and taken for granted with the bear. Because that's... wow. The demons on the bottom, because that's what they were fucking doing. Because that's what they were fucking doing. They got to start over. They got to start over. They can't keep going down this path, right? They can't keep going down this path. Crazy. All right. Let's get into the tarot. We're doing spellcasters. Spirit, what the heck is actually going on with the idiot and the bear? What is going on? Right now in the world of the idiot and the bear. What is going on inside this reality? What insight does the idiot and or the bear or the cross watcher, right, need to be aware of, right? If we're in the courtesan desert energy, right? If you resonate as that, what do we need to know from that viewpoint of what's going on inside the reality of this dynamic between the idiot and the bear? Temperance. It's been coming out, man. And the Page of Cups, there's got to be some kind of apology offered. There's a lot of drinking going on. And one person's being greedy. It's emotional immaturity. Definitely alchemizing. 7 of Cups. Yeah, there's definitely overindulgence. Death card, scorpionic energy. Knight of Cups. 2 of Cups. The Sun card, 3 of Cups. And the King of Cups. No Queen of Cups, though. We got the Page, we got the Knight, and we got the King. Some of y'all, not everybody obviously, but some of y'all could be in same-sex relationships, especially if you're men or resonate as men. Because the 2 of Cups here are 2 men. Okay. One man's got longer hair, but he's definitely got a beard. Could also be soulmates, like drinking buddies. Right. Or 2 people, regardless of gender, in their masculine energy. So it could be a man and a woman in their own masculine energy drinking together. So we got a lot of drinking on these cards. We got drinking here. We've got drinking here. We've got cheersing the drinks here. We've got cheersing the drinks here. A lot of drinking. Might be the only time these 2 are friendly with each other. Hell, they might be 2 addicts, and if the quote-unquote idiot angel, right, has an addiction, especially because we've got scorpionic energy out here, they might not want to change their habits, right, their low-aligned habits, their addictions. And so they try and heal the bear, but the bear is sticking around because maybe the idiot is the one buying all the fucking liquor because it's the only time they actually talk and are amicable. They might have some serious drinking issues. They might also definitely have children with the Page of Cups and the Sun card out here. But there's no actual like warmth or true nurturance here, right? Because the Queen of Cups, I mean, she is, oh, and my ear just rang so loud. She's the nurturer, right? She's the compassion. She's the affection. She's the empathic heart space that says, I feel you, you know, and that's not here. We have people who might definitely be emotionally closed off or emotionally defensive and really like drinking. We've got big fish on the card, so Pisces energy may be really significant. We've got Scorpio here. We've got Sagittarius here. And to be fair, Sagittarius in their shadow is like party hard, you know, and they might have detrimental Sag placements. We've got the demon out on the bottom of these decks. They might have a Lilith and Sag. Right, because Lilith was demonized, right? She was pegged as a demon. So it might be Lilith energy as well. Lilith in one of those signs. Lilith in Sag, Scorpio, or Pisces. That's rough, man. I don't actually see either of these 2 getting out of this cycle anytime soon. I mean, given it's going to have an expiration date, whether they choose to split or time and health reasons take its toll, right? One way or the other. You know, there's a treasure at the end, but what the end is another story, right? These 2 people are drinking buddies who need to heal hardcore. Because I feel like the idiot's not getting anywhere. But I don't think the idiot obviously is ready to heal themselves, or they wouldn't be in the bear's reality. Yeah, I think there's a whole lot of drinking. A whole lot of illusion and mental fog. A whole lot of choices, but no choices actually being made. I feel like really heavy, like wishy-washy, indecisive type energy. And it's definitely alchemizing, right? The stuff going on is definitely creating some kind of change over time, right? But it's definitely taking its time. The Sun card here, we've also got Leo energy. So they could also have detrimental Leo placements. They could be challenged by the Lilith energy pinging in and out of Leo and Virgo right now. Right now, Lilith is going back and forth between Leo and Virgo. They may have stronger, significant Leo, Scorpio, Pisces, Sagittarius placements. Okay. Yeah. Turtle synchronicities on this card. Turtle synchronicities on that card. It is moving exceptionally slow. It's moving exceptionally slow, and there may be more than one child. This Sun card actually has 2 babies on it. There might be third-party energy. Because I've never seen a Page of Cups with 3 people on it, but there's 3 people on this one. 2 people are sitting down here half naked, wanting more of the drink that the page is drinking. And she's like, give me more, right? And it's like, yeah, and these people are so drunk, they're like literally falling into the water together. That's a mess. That's a mess. Lots of other people involved in this. Like they could even be on the phone, like drunk, talking to people about their problems, but they're not doing anything to actually solve their problems. They're just drunk, complaining, and trying again tomorrow and doing it all over again. Wishing things were better, but not realizing that better equates to changed actions to make it better. Insight into the courtesan, eclipse, desert, honor, energy. This comet, right, leading the way out of the desert. I feel like the comet only comes around once every so many 100 years. You know what I mean? Kind of thing. So if this comet is coming around for these people to get out of it, I feel like if they don't make that wish, right, to get out of it and honor the courtesan, I think they might miss it. I don't think the courtesan's going to hang around forever, right? See y'all in a few more lifetimes, because you're obviously going to stick with each other for the rest of this one, right? Yeah, a lot of like, right, need more space. They're probably secretly getting on each other's fucking nerves because one person's constantly trying to fix the other. The other one's constantly trying to not be fixed by the other. You know, we got a lot of blowing hot smoke, a lot of words, no actions, right? All of this shit. Frog prince, right? We got the frog out here with the crown, like frog prince, like, and no one's taking the action to quote unquote kiss the frog. Like everybody wants the frog to be the prince, but no one's taking the action to do it. Insight into the courtesan, please. Yeah. Yeah, Justice card came out sideways. 4 of Wands. Empress in reverse, Wheel of Fortune. Clarities, please. Strength card. Queen of Swords. The Emperor and the 10 of Swords. Double 4s, double 10s. And the Justice and the Strength card are typically interchangeable with their numbers. 8 and 11. Princess of Cups is on the bottom. King of Pentacles on top. So this person with the Princess of Cups on bottom, the Knight of Swords under that, with the Two of Pentacles under that. I think the Princess of Cups, I think this person may have showed compassion and maybe tried to communicate something in order to close out a cycle, and it was rejected because the Knight and the Two were technically just upside down in this deck. They probably tried to get some kind of closure and or express that the ideal was not the reality, right? And they weren't being heard. They came in with compassion, right? They came in with, you know, this beginner's emotion, right? Trying to come in untainted with vulnerable feelings. And I feel like the communication wasn't accepted. They didn't, whoever they were talking to, right, especially if it was the idiot or something like that, like if whoever they were talking to didn't want to hear it. And it was a nightmare because that lost the 10 of Cups. It made the 10 of Cups become the 7 of Cups, and they had to move on. Yeah, they had to transform and be sovereign, defend themselves against the magician, right? Someone who was manipulative. And now this person's stable, right? King of Coins on top. This person is stable. They're a master manifester. Yeah, the Empress in reverse with the Emperor. The Four of Wands. The courtesan, especially because it was talking about a woman, right? A woman wearing the mask. It's female or feminine energy, right? And with the Empress wearing the mask, right? It's because she was flipped upside down. I think someone, most likely it was the idiot, right? Shit all over the Empress. And the Empress had to step into her Emperor energy then, because the idiot was supposed to be the Emperor. It was supposed to be the Emperor for the Empress. And so when the Empress got shut down and the idiot decided they were going to stay a fucking idiot, they had to be their own Emperor. This person had a Four of Wands vision, right? A happily ever after vision. It was the truth in their heart. They came through with a great strength, but it was thrown off balance. The Justice sideways, it was thrown off balance. Maybe they had to put it down for now because fair is fair. They had to leave. They shouldn't have been upside down, right? Empress energy, they shouldn't have been upside down. Wheel of Fortune with the Ten of Swords. I don't think that they... Oh, wow. Four of Wands was on the bottom of the other deck as well. With the Magician, right? Could be dealing with Gemini energy. Yeah, someone was definitely manipulated for money, because the bottom of the other deck that I used for these two, it was the Magician with the Queen of Pentacles, and she's holding the coin like a baby, with the Ace of Pentacles under that, and the Eight of Pentacles under that. Like, it's all pentacles. It's all pentacles. Yeah, healing the King of Swords. Someone who wasn't letting themselves get emotional. Someone who wasn't letting themselves be empathic. They went after the money, right? We're talking about greed. And now they're defending it. The World card is under that. Like, someone was being really defensive, not wanting to change. This is why these two ended up together. It's probably a twin flame dynamic gone wrong. right? We have light twins and dark twins. I feel like these two lock themselves in a dark twin catalyst, right? Those quote unquote false flames that are catalytic. That's what that energy is. They're inside of the catalyst, right? The catalyst energy, or the chrysalis energy, right? Which was coming out yesterday. The other person here, because that was the path that was chosen and they are the light, right? We've got the demon over here and we've got the light over here, right? Someone saw that, this is what's under it, the broken-minded, right? Came out yesterday. Someone saw the demon and registered them as an angel. The idiot is looking at the bear who is in their demon energy and registering them as an angel. They deserve to be put on the pedestal. And it's like, you fucking idiot. You idiot, right? Yeah, so this person over here literally reached what is a Christ consciousness coming out of the betrayal, right? Because the 10 of Swords in this deck, the figure is crucified, but they're surrounded by lightning, and that's epiphany and revelation, right? This is a mastery of mind. It is the completion of swords, right? It goes from the ace to the 10. And so I feel like this is a magnification of truth that ended the cycle and simultaneously started a new one, right? They kind of came into a higher consciousness because of it all. But they were literally flipped upside down. They were meant to receive, right? The Empress is supposed to be upright. And they did not get to receive. They had to create it on their own, right? The Emperor upright. The Queen of Swords is actually holding a unicorn horn. She's got the swans behind her. I feel like she hasn't gotten justice for this yet. And I say she, but, you know, take it for a grain of salt. Gender is whatever. And as far as these readings go, I feel like there wasn't any justice. But the fact that it came out sideways, I feel like justice isn't far, though. So either, and I think that because these two energies are coming up side by side with each other, I think that there is a certain amount of time that's relevant to the switching of everything. Like if the universe is giving the idiot and or the bear so much time to get out of their wounding and get in touch with the courtesan to go through the desert and out of the karma, right? To get back on their high path. I think like the comet, it's only present for so long and then it's gone, right? So I feel like the courtesan is in the middle of this space and time where they haven't moved on, but they're no longer stuck either. I think they're impassing. And so one of these two is either going to take the ride out on the comet, right, with the courtesan, or they're not, right? They're either going to join hands, join forces inside the light, right? One of these two is going to get out of their shadow and claim the light, be in alignment with them, and that will be just, right? And that will be just for the healing that takes place, and or the courtesan's time with this dynamic will move on. And it'll be a part of the past, a part of the long forgotten over time history, right? And they're going to move on to something else, and that will bring in justice, whatever it is, right? And I think that the courtesan is showing a great deal of strength in this process because they probably know that. They probably know that they're in a holding space because time is ticking for other people right now, and they're being asked to be patient. Even though I think they know that whatever is going on over here is fucking crazy. There's a whole lot of drinking, a whole lot of third-party energy, a whole lot of peanut gallery energy, like a whole bunch of wishy-washy, indecisive energy, whole lot of excuses, right? It's a whole lot of excuses, a whole lot of wounds, and I think the courtesan is just being patient for the time being. They're just available, right? As spirit would have them be available for as long as it needs them, potentially available, and it's going to move them on. So that's where I think we're at with this. Are we pulling guidance, spirit? All right, we're going to do Archangel cards. I'm just going to pull one for you guys. See what comes out. So we love our angels here. What angelic message would like to come through and help serve us in our highest good at this time? Archangel, as someone does reach out to you or communicate with you, be present to listen. Okay. Archangel Azrael, you are a natural counselor, and many people benefit from your guidance and reassurance. Okay. A natural counselor. You know what, to be fair, it's probably something the idiot and the courtesan have in common. Someone needs your ear. Archangel Azrael. Azrael, I believe, is an archangel of death and transition. And it helps people in times of discomfort. So death metaphorically, right? Like ego death. That's what being an ear for someone is for. They're going through their death process. They're going through their transformation, right? That scorpionic energy, right? With the death card here. And I feel like they really need to talk. It's not necessarily about your guidance per se, but the fact that if you let them talk and ask maybe the right questions in between, that they would come to their own conclusion and that you wouldn't have to lecture, right, them on it. I don't actually feel like there's a romantic dynamic coming from the courtesan in either one of these people, though, depending on how it resonates. Even if there was one at some time, for some of you that may be the case, I don't feel like there's anything romantic with this dynamic, though. So even if, you know, the idiot and the bear were to part ways and one of them were to reach out to the courtesan in order to get through the desert, right? I don't feel like there's a romantic dynamic at that stage. Maybe once they get across the desert, that's a possibility. But until they even choose that path, right? Until they choose the path, there's no sense in predicting or seeing or fingers crossing for beyond it, right? First step is first step. Virgo energy. First step's first, right? First step is first. So, y'all, I hope that has helped give you some good insight into what is going on, whether this is a dynamic that you yourself are dealing with or that you are intuitively aware of in general, because we do have psychic connections to each other. So, with that said, I love y'all. I appreciate you all for your presence. Thank you, everybody who has been in the live chat and leaves me comments in the replay and drops likes. I greatly appreciate all of you. And I will see you next time. Bye, everyone.